A very good day to you and welcome to the program. We just love speaking to you. Remember, we are not here to condemn anybody. On the contrary, okay? A man who lives in a glass house, he doesn't throw stones. We are here to encourage you to keep the vision, to keep the call. God has called you to do something. You must complete what He's told you to do. If you look at Nehemiah chapter 6, from verses 1 through to verse 9, God called a man by the name of Nehemiah to go back to Israel, to go back to Jerusalem and rebuild the wall. But there was a conspiracy against Nehemiah. You know, often the most flack that we take is from our own people. That's right. I'm talking about the church. God gives you a call. You write it down, you get all excited about it, you share it with other people and they don't respond. Why? Maybe because they're jealous, maybe because they don't believe that God's called you, maybe because they've got an ulterior motive, maybe they say, well, now lay it down and come and join us. Now you can't do that. If God's called you to do something, please do it, okay? God called David to lead the children of Israel. Not the army, definitely not King Saul, and definitely not his own family, his own brothers. Go home, go and look after Jesse's sheep, your father's sheep. We're the soldiers here. No, but God's called me to kill that man Goliath. You? Who are you? You see? That comes from home base. But David did not listen to them, and he went through and he killed Goliath. And then all of a sudden, everything changed. Whoa! Saul kills his hundreds, but David kills thousands. See? People are very fickle. You know that word fickle, my dear friend? One day you're a hero, the next day you're a loser. Don't listen to people's opinion. Get aside with God. If God's given you a mandate, then get it clear from the Lord, write it down, and then run with that mandate. And God will send people to your side. Keep it. Don't take any notice of any accusations. And be careful of one important thing, that other people don't try and climb on your bandwagon. Oh yes, if you look at Nehemiah chapter 6 from verse 1 to 9, you'll see that the people wanted to take over the vision that God had given to Nehemiah. But Nehemiah did not detract from the vision. And then when he wouldn't hand it over, then they tried to conspire against him. It's very, very important to spend lots of time with Jesus. When you spend time with Jesus, He will continue to encourage you to fulfill the call that He's put on your life. When you start running from this man to the next man, you'll get a number of different opinions and you'll become confused. And the devil will do his best to try and make that happen. And then eventually everything will be watered down to nothing. Keep the vision, submit to your church or to your leadership or to some man of God so that you can be under an umbrella of protection. But if God's called you to write a book, young lady, write the book. But Uncle Angus, I've got no experience. It doesn't matter. God will show you. I wrote a book called Faith Like Potatoes. Nobody thought that anybody would even read it. It's now in 17 different languages. Why? Because it's what God told me to do. So if God's told you to go to a foreign country and to be a missionary, do it, but be sure that you get a clear word from God, and then He will make a way for you. So may God bless you in whatever your mission is, whether it's a sportsman, a school teacher, or a preacher. Do it with passion. Until next time, goodbye.
We trust that you have been blessed by today's message. For more information, please visit angusbuchan.com.